From this moment on, you will now be known as Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Welcome, brother Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Enough with the Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh, but
Here's a nice little shot of my lyretail swordtail fry. After going through all the trouble to separate another pair of fish, pull them out, and put them in a breeder tank, when I look in the tank that I pulled them out of, I'm like, okay, another fish has already had fry in here. And he's over there swimming on the moss. He's about a week old now. And it's like, okay, for that matter, I could have just left the other fish in the tank. But life finds a way. Sometimes less is more. The more you try to do something, I think the more work it becomes, and sometimes you just got to let things happen the way they're intended to happen. I also pulled out some long fin Danios as well as a couple of neon Danios to try to breed them. I think that's a mama right there. But I got them in the breeder setup, and they haven't done anything yet. But then I look in this tank, and I have a pair that were down in the corner, look like they were spawning in here. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just leave them the hell alone. Like this pair, I'll probably pull these guys out that I got at the bass auction Friday. This is a pair spotted Daniels here. Not quite dominoes, but yeah, I guess you consider them dominoes. That one doesn't look like a true domino, but these platies here, I will pull these guys out and put them in a little spawning tank and bring the Daniels and put them back in here, since this is the love machine tank, I guess. It's probably because there's so much plant life in here. A lot of spots for them to hide and breed, and a lot of fauna for them to have the babies feed off. Shorty in there is so small. I'm happy that I got all of this moss that I have in here for him to hide on. Basically, this tank was originally set up for my betas to breed in, but since it was so much going on in the tank and I added a lot of fish as far as quarantining them in there, that didn't materialize in there. You can see another fry right there. All this is a styrofoam cup. If you can see it in there with a bunch of moss grown in it. It's been in here about a year. So you can't even see the cup anymore. But that's what keeps it in place. And sometimes, like I say, leave well enough alone. I've never been much of a breeder, although I've had a lot of fry. There's a pop of that. Never been much of a breeder, but I've had a lot of fry, just leaving them alone. This female may actually be getting ripe here. But yeah, oddly enough, I look in the tank and I'm like, oh boy, yeah, see, I think they're spawning back there. There's one of the other ones, the long tail, hiding in the back there. It hasn't been coming out, so I got a feeling I may just see another bunch of babies pop up. Life finds a way, as they say in Jurassic Park. I'm no breeder, but I love to see fish find a natural balance. This little guy here was born in the tank. The parents passed, but oddly enough, this one has been growing by leaps and bounds. It literally has grown in the last 2 weeks. It was half that size about a week ago. And it's growing, probably with all this spawning going on. It's probably triggered that one to go into like a production spurt. Maybe it's going through puberty for fish. Everything is progressing as it needs to. Once again, the more I try to intentionally kind of create a situation, the more difficult it seems to be. That looks like the dad. Lyretail just came out. Female's not coming out, sitting in that little spot, so I may want to pull them out and put them in their own tank. Beautiful fish. Hard to get a picture of them, but they're really pretty fish. Thanks to the guys at the old Mike at the Brooklyn Zoo. Beautiful pair of fish he gave me. Really healthy. So for you guys out there to know, I don't dedicate all my energy just to the reef and frag tanks. Many a day I will just sit and stare at this tank. This is just the quarantine tank. The main tank lights are off. They come on a little later. This one comes on earlier. Since it's like the quarantine, I usually look at it early in the morning before I go out or anything, just to see how the tanks are doing. And I got an update on some fish that I did not put in quarantine, which I should have, so look out for another video on that one. Where is Rocky? There's Rocky. If you guys had to see my pond, Rocky's still going strong. Rocky was original from my pond, container pond outside. Rocky was out there when it was about 30 degrees, and I was like, holy Christ, I forgot to pull him in. He was in some moss. Oddly enough, the other fish did not make it, but Rocky did. And just doing all right, chilling. I think I'll probably put him back out this year since he's so strong. Pair him off with another fish. When you get fish like that survive in those conditions, even when you get fish that live through ick and they build up certain tolerances, strong genetics in those fish. Those are the fish that you want to have breed in your tank, because you know they're going to have strong offspring. These guys, I don't know, I'm debating whether I'm going to pull those Daniels out and set up the tank for this pair, because I want to get them actually acclimated to salt water. So I'm going to probably, if I do pull the Daniels out, I'll pull these guys in there. I'm more interested in breeding the saltwater mollies than Daniels anyway, because as you know, I got saltwater tanks and I got more places to move them to, but it's a really hit or miss when you're acclimating mollies to salt water. Did I call these platies before? Yeah, these are mollies. I think I'm losing my marbles. So yeah, the next video you probably see, I'm going to slowly, oh, there's a good shot of one of the fry back there. You can see the orange in it really good. I think it's better when I don't zoom. Really pretty. Yeah, you're pretty too, but the little one just disappeared into the moss. So I think that'll be it today. Just a quick update, nothing fancy. Always fun to see baby fish pop out. Especially in here. There's no way I could possibly get them if I wanted to. I think that's the beauty of having this tank set up. It's a natural balance. Nothing but some T5s. I don't dose anything in here. Nothing but water changes. No chemicals. The shrimp are still going on strong too. Oh, wait a minute. My pair came out. So you guys can get a good shot at those guys. Courtesy Brooklyn Zoo. Neon Tetra dude. Thank you. I've been following that credo with the shrimp, and they're doing good. I think one of the reasons they weren't doing good before is because in the other tank I actually had dosed iron a while ago, and I think that's one of the reasons I wasn't able to keep shrimp. I noticed in this tank I have a few glass shrimp and a few crystal. I think I had bought 5 altogether. They're deep in the mix of this tank. I don't even know where they are. I just see them when I see them. But the fact that there's no chemicals in this tank, I think is one of the reasons that they've done well and survived in here. I think that may be the key. But any chemicals that have iron in it or anything like that definitely has impact on those shrimp. So this is au natural. No additives, no preservatives. Alright, it's time to me to head out, so I'll wrap it up. This has already gone long. So until next time, tank on everybody. See ya, see ya, see ya!